Good morning. Welcome to this channel. Great cloudy day here. So this morning I attempted to make this video a few times. I'd get so far into it, it wasn't working out. Or it didn't feel right. Let's see how far we go before or not, whether I have to redo this or not. So then I just decided to stop and go for my morning walk, which it's already pretty warm. And then I've came back and cooled down, took my shirt off, got in front of the fan, cooled down, listened to some music and stuff. And so where do I go, or where do I start here on this channel or this video? Best thing I can do is just allow it to come out, come how it comes, and hopefully I say what I need to say. I want to share a couple of things today, this morning. So first, I'm going to read from Living a Life of Awareness, which I have shared this entire book on the channel. I have failed to make a complete, like a real playlist. There's a playlist there, I think, with one video on it. There's plenty of other videos for me to put on there, but I just haven't done it yet. But this particular meditation, these were never dated. You just start the book, and then it's meant to be for 6 months. The way I did it on the channel was it wasn't read every single day. Sometimes I did it every day. Some weeks I missed several days. I just kind of did it but I never read it ahead of time. I didn't skip ahead. If I skipped a few days, we just picked up back where we left off. So anyway, I want to just read this, and then I've got something else. Transitions. What are the first things you think about when you open? It is hot, y'all. Sorry. I'm not going to start recording again just because of that. Let's try to get this video done. What are the first things you think about when you open your eyes in the morning? What are the last things you think about before you go to sleep? In the Toltec tradition, we pay a lot of attention to the mind's transition from the waking dream to the sleeping dream, because transitions are an excellent place to bring in more awareness and to come into more choice. You'll see why I chose this particular reading from this book this morning after we get done here. Are your early morning and late night thoughts pleasurable? Or does your mind cycle through worries, problems, and questions? Remember, you are not a helpless bystander to the tyranny of your mind. By becoming aware of your thoughts in the space before you transition, you can help to set the tone of your day and night. Very true. Now, I try to take awareness every morning when my first conscious thoughts are coming, and try to let that moment where you don't have any thoughts, but when they start coming, trying to be focused on the right state of mind, like it can influence the day if I start off with the wrong thoughts. Okay, put into practice. These meditations have a practice after you read them for the day, like to try to take into account. So, I'm going to read that. Take a minute to reflect on what you woke up thinking about this morning. Remember that you are an artist. Are your thoughts the art you want to be starting and ending each day with? Before you go to bed tonight, fill yourself up with thoughts of what you are grateful for, what you love about your life, and what you are excited about for tomorrow. Very good stuff. It is better to try to get rest on a non-worrisome mind. At the end of the day, if I can feel like I've gone through the day, things have flowed, and I'm not got a lot of bogged down negative thoughts in my brain, or worry, or I'm thinking about too much about tomorrow or my next payday or what I got to do here and there, and I'm just I've had a good day and I don't have a lot on my mind that's taken me and distracted me from generally enjoying the evening and working myself into a restful place. Okay, let's see. Where else do I go? The reason I picked this one's because it's called Transitions, and Gray Cloud has been going through some sort of a transition. I mentioned this yesterday a little bit in the video. If you watch the video where I'm just walking and talking, you don't see my face. And by the way, you noticed I did shave yesterday, and there's no point in me pointing out, but I do have there's a lump here that's been there for years. I don't like it when I shave, and how I can tell, if you look at one side of the face, you'll see that this part is puffed out a little more. There's a lump there. Let's not worry about it. I had it addressed years ago. It could be removed, but it's nothing that's causing any damage or sickness or anything like that. It's not something to worry about. It was years ago when it first came up. That's very superficial, Gray Cloud. And why are you talking about superficial stuff? I really don't know. I guess because I'm looking at myself in the camera. Okay, so the past few days, I've understood that my dark night of the soul. I've been in many places where I can consider probably having some different dark nights of the soul. For 51 years, there was my first few times, and then coming to certain spiritual awakenings, and then there was some of the very pivotal times, especially like when I first took on the transition of being Gray Cloud and understanding and still understanding and learning new stuff every day about why I was told that I'm Gray Cloud. Well, yesterday a little information came, and I'm not sure exactly how to decipher it yet. I don't think I'm supposed to really act on it yet. It's an idea that was presented to me that I don't know if it's me in my mind or if it's something I'm just supposed to ruminate on and think about. We'll discuss that on another video. Okay, anybody still watching, because I don't know how many of you actually watch the entire videos. I do know the people that comment usually have watched the entire video. But I think, and get a sense, there's some people that probably start the videos, watch for a minute or two, and then they end it, and they don't ever comment, and, whatever. This is for people that actually watch the video and are interested in anything I'm saying. I am still not determined whether we're going to read Jesus Always as a regular thing. I will share it from time to time if it's speaking loudly to me. I've read Jesus Always to myself this morning. I'm just not catching it. I thought the book would probably it is set up very similar to Jesus Calling, but I will tell you, it seems, and it could be the print, I don't know, but each reading seems a little bit like, some of these are lengthy, some of them are not on Jesus Calling. So far, everything that I've read out of Jesus Always is a pretty lengthy reading, and it's not worded the right way, or it doesn't come across as natural as the first book. I think the Jesus Always, to me, is coming across more forced. I think this first book came more naturally and just through connection, not even realizing what she was doing in the moment, and it was just happening. And then, it became a thing. Then somebody or wherever was like, you need to do more of these. And when you try to force something like that, it doesn't always come out right. So I'm not sure if I'm going to share that as a regular thing. If I read it on a particular day and it speaks to me pretty good and it's clear to me, then I'll share it. But so far, I'm not finding the word, it's worded in a way where I think it could confuse some people. It's just long. It's long-winded and not speaking the same. That being said, what I'm going to do today is, I've read from Living a Life Awareness, but I looked up these scriptures for myself, but I'm going to read July 22nd, Jesus Calling to you, because it spoke real loudly to me also. Find freedom through seeking to please me above all else. You can have only one master. When you let others' expectations drive you, you scatter your energy to the winds. Your own desire to look good can also drain your energy. I'm your master, and I do not drive you to be what you are not. Your pretense displeases me, especially when it is in my service. Concentrate on staying close to me at all times. It is impossible to be inauthentic while you are focusing on my presence. Okay. And the reason that spoke out to me was when I read that this morning, it spoke loud and clear to me. And it's, for me, the past few weeks, I've had things going on. But I've also dealt in the past month with several people coming into comments or even in some live streams and trying to say something in a chat that was judgmental or asking questions that didn't need to be asked. It's like sometimes it's not necessary to point out every flaw or every detail of something you think someone's doing wrong. Like scrutiny is good, but not always. Like there's a time and place. I'm getting at that I'm not here to please anybody other than what it is that's always guided me. If I'm falling in line what the Spirit says, do or don't do, regardless if anybody else that ever watches any of my videos when I'm talking about this kind of stuff believes it or not. If I know it to be true for me and it's working, then that's what I do. So if it means sharing from a Jesus calling, good. If it means sharing from The Way of the Wizard like I've done before, the 50 Things That Really Matter, any of the other books that I've shared, and anything for the future that I may find inspirational or spiritual and it helped and benefited me, I'm going to share it. Okay. But what I'm getting at is if it doesn't seem right, like Jesus always ain't reading right to me, it's not coming across very well to me. Like I understand it, but it's just not the same thing. And I was hoping to get that same feeling. You can look it up online, see if you can read some of the things to yourself. You can see if it reads well to you or not. And I'm enjoying the past few days. I'm not trying to put too much pressure on myself other than I've been trying to think a lot about what it is that needs to be said or not said. And the past few days, I'm understanding I'm falling back into more of it seems like I'm trying to sort these things out and think it out in my own way. But I'm realizing what's happening is my mind's processing and the Spirit is showing me how to be patient, take some of this stuff, absorb it, and then when it's time, I will be able to share these things in the right manner and the words will come out and they'll flow. Kind of like, for instance, I feel like I've said what needs to be said in this video. I've shared some cool things, I think. If you want to look these scriptures up, you can. I did look them up to myself. I did not see. I have the Bible open is right here, and I have the Living Awareness, and I have this. What I'm saying is I've looked at them. I read them to myself. Okay, Ephesians 5, 8 through 10 is the first one. Matthew 23, verse 8 is your second one. And then Matthew 6, verse 1 is your third one. And so I'm excited about what is ahead of this adventure here, but I'm most excited to stay in the day, in the moment, because I'm realizing, like, if you paid any attention, I think I said in the video yesterday while I was walking, I'm starting to understand. I think for the past few years, I've been semi-conscious and I've been kind of in a lull. I've been sort of sleepwalking, I think. There's been some fog there. I don't know. There's been a shift where at some point I think I've gotten complacent with the way I'm doing things, or that I have not been asking enough questions of myself and my own beliefs and my own faith. Like, I was just kind of going through the motions sometimes. That doesn't mean that I haven't been inspired and I haven't had moments where things were still like, but I think what I've experienced the past week or two is another awakening that and it's like a reawakening of things that I have already learned, I already knew even before I was, but I relearned years ago, learned them, processed them, lived it, was experiencing it. And then you get into some places in your life where they become mundane again. You get complacent. It seems like you're doing the same in, same out day, same day every day. And those are monotonous, like, things that you have to let go of. So what I'm experiencing is I feel like I'm coming back full circle, and there's a lot coming to me about being Gray Cloud and things like that. And I will get to a video we'll discuss my name again. I'll discuss that in more detail. I've done it plenty of times, a few times in the channel's history. But I'll try to make another video where I may go into some more detail about that for people that don't know yet or haven't heard it. Or I'll share it somewhere privately, Anyway, this video is longer than I expected. I didn't really have a time that I was set on. I'm just letting, kind of like I said, the spirit just kind of took hold. I think I covered everything I need to cover for the moment. There's other things that I can discuss, and I may make another video on later for this day, or it might be in a few days. I am taking it a little bit slower right now, and as far as live streams, I'll do a live stream here either today, tomorrow, whenever, but I plan to do one or two or even more this week at some point. It's just going to have to be the right feeling, the right moment, and if things are flowing right, I'm going to do it. If I'm flowing in another direction during the day, there's no point in going live. If I'm actively staying enough busy here, sometimes being alive isn't necessary. It's like I have to pace myself and do it accordingly. But anyway, you guys have a good day, and I appreciate you watching. You are very, very much appreciated. And until next time, Mr. Gray Cloud, Sage of the Eternal Moment. And I don't know how much longer I will actually. That's another thing that was going on yesterday. The Spirit was kind of sharing with me maybe another transition. There might be a dropping of any title after the name. I'm not trying to make that decision because I'm not making the decision. It's something that's coming to me as ideas presented from the Spirit. It's like, this is a possibility. You may be moving to another level where you're just simply Gray Cloud, or you're just simply now Cloud, and I don't know, like, I want to make sure that if that transition is being shown to me, that it is being shown from the right place, not from my own ego. Okay? I want to make sure that it's coming from the source of creation, not from some man's mind inside thinking he knows what he's doing here. You have a good day. Ditto.